So we have a next object called posting period variant. Posting period variant. So in this posting period variant, what we do? We do the opening and closing of posting periods. So when we are just saying that we have open a period, so what does it mean? It means that we can do the accounting entry. Accounting entry can be posted in the GL. And when we are saying that any period is closed, in that case, what will happen? Accounting entry cannot be posted in the GL. So simply a FI entry cannot happen if any period is closed, and a FI entry can be posted if your period is open. So how we do the opening closing of period and which object is going to control it? So this object posting period variant is going to control it. So how it is going to control? So for example, here we are going to define a posting period variant. After that, we need to assign to the company code. And in that company code, we will be having different types of account. So we will be having the, first of all, let me just show you how we are going to do the opening closing. So here I'm going to do the opening closing from period to period, and we also have a field called year. Year I'm taking here, year. So we are in the financial year 2024 where we have 12 periods and all these are the normal periods. Normal periods where we are doing the day-to-day business activities. Now, as per the SAP, like how many periods we can actually open? So we can open all the 12 periods. We can open all the 12 periods in the system. But what SAP suggests? SAP suggests that you should only open your current period and close the other period. So first, let's see how we can open all the 12 periods in the SAP. In order to open the 12 periods in the SAP, so we'll have here the year, let's say 2024, 2024. So how many periods you want to open? I want to open 12. So here I'll have the range as 1 to 12. 1 to 12. So this is how we'll be able to open the 12 periods. But if you want to open the current period and single period, and this is, let's say, the third period, which is March. Okay. So March is my third period which I want to get open. So in this case, how I will be able to open it? I need to give the range as 3 to 3. 3 to 3 with this system will allow me to do the posting, or it will allow all the user to do the posting only in the month of March. And what about the February or January? So for that the period is closed. We can't do any posting when they are when the users are trying to do the posting in January, February. So they will getting the error that that period is closed. They will not be able to do it. Anyways, they need to do that posting in the March, in the third period. If they want to get any posting done in the previous period, then they need to take the approval of the manager, finance manager or finance head, and then he will give us the permission to open the period, and then they would be able to do that posting. So here it is saying that if I need to open two periods, let's say there are some posting of February, which they want to do it, and also they want to get some posting done in the new month, which is the March month, so which is the third period. So now in the system, if I need to open two period, how I will be able to do it? So for this, I will be giving the range as 2 to 3. So with this, we will be able to open the two periods. If I need to open three periods, like it is January, February, and March, so how I will be able to open them? So for that, I will be giving the range as 1 to 3. So that is the opening closing of normal period. Same way, if you have the additional period or you have the adjustment period. Yesterday we have discussed about the adjustment period means. So those period for which you will be doing the month end closing. In the month end closing, you will be doing some activities, and those activities are to be done in the special period. So the way you are doing the opening closing for your normal period, same way you can also do the opening closing for your special period. So this screen is little different, like opening closing of a period screen is different in the ECC as well vis-a-vis the SAP S/4HANA. I'll also show you. But before this, I also want to add here one more thing, that this opening closing of period we can also do account type wise. So in the SAP we have been given different types of account. So we have the GL accounts, we have the vendor account, we have customer account, asset, material account. So these are the different types of account, and SAP is going to identify them with the object called account type. So SAP has provided us the standard account type for the GL, and it is going to be S. Then the standard account type we have for the vendor, it is K, and for customer D, for asset it is A, and for material it is M. So why we are talking about the account types here? Because this opening closing of period you are doing here, so that can be done account type wise. For example, I want to open two periods for the GL account. I want to open only one for the vendor account. I want to open three periods for the customer account. I want to open four period for the assets, and I want to open two period for the material account. So this is the kind of opening closing which we can also do it, but that is account type wise. But if you want to apply the same opening closing rule to all your account type, in that case, we can use here the plus sign. Account type is going to be plus. I'll also show you this thing in the system. So this opening closing which we are talking about here, so how the system would be able to drive the period. So this the system is going to drive this period from your posting date. So I think I have already told you. So whatever is going to be a posting date, so it is going to drive the periods. For example, today is the date is 22nd of March, and the system is going to automatically drive the period as 03 based on your fiscal year. And if I am entering the date as 22nd of February 2024, then system is going to drive the period as 02. We don't need to enter this period manually. It will be driven by the system automatically. If we are entering the posting date as 21st, 22nd of January 2024, then system will automatically drives the period as 01. So based on your posting date, system is going to drive the period, and this will be automatically determined by the system. We don't need to enter it manually. So I can also show you this thing in the system. So let's see a example. So I'm going to post one document in the F-02. We can do the posting. You can just see we have a field called posting date. And in this we have the current date, which is 22nd of March. Now I'm doing one posting for the 1199. Now you can just see for this I haven't entered this period. Okay, it is coming automatically as 3. But if I change here the posting date from 22nd of March to 22nd of February, for the February we can use here the date as 22nd of February. Now let's see what will happen in this period field. So I'm pressing the enter button. Now you can just see automatically system has driven the period as 2. So we don't need to enter it manually. Likewise, if I'm entering the date as 22nd of January, so automatically system is going to drive the period as 1. So based on your posting date, system will drive your period. Now, I was just sharing with you that the opening closing of period in the ECC screen, it is little different from the SAP S4 HANA screen. So first I'll just show you the SAP S4 HANA screen. So in this, let's say we have some variant here. So you can just see this is the screen we have. In this screen, we can just see we have the period 1, we have period 2, and we have period 3. So period 1 2 doesn't mean that it is January, February, March. Okay. So period 1 means this is the normal period. Period 1 they are referring to the normal period. Period 2 they are referring to the special period or adjustment period. Period 3 they are referring to the CO period. The way we do the opening closing in the FI, same way we can also do the opening closing in the CO in the controlling module. So in the ECC, we maintain the opening closing separately in the FI and in CO. But in the SAP S4HANA, so SAP has given us a a single space where we can do the opening closing at the in a single screen. So here if I just show you the ECC screen, let me just show you the ECC screen, how this opening closing is done. So I'm using the same transaction code which we use in the SAP S/4HANA OB52. There is nothing different with respect to the transaction code. So let it be, mm, let's see if we have any company code. Yeah. So now you can just see here, this is the ECC screen. In the ECC screen, we have the period 1, we have the period 2, but we don't have the period 3. Okay. So period again here, it means normal period. Period 2 here means special period or adjustment period. Okay. And here you can just see it is saying that this is the periods we have opened from December 2023 to February 2024. So these many periods we have opened. So likewise, if you want to do the opening closing in your special period, you want to open your special period, then same way you can give the range here that okay, I want to open 4 special periods starting from 13 to 16 in the year 2023. Now, if you want to open, let's say current year, then in that case, you need to mention here the year as 2024. Okay. So now this is the thing we have seen the opening closing in the GUI screen. Okay, now the same thing is done in the SAP Fiori app. So how that Fiori app is done? So first I'll do the setting in the GUI and then we can see its impact on the Fiori app. Okay. So again, I will go back to the GUI screen in the SAP S/4HANA and we'll follow the path. We need to go to the SPROIMG and we can go to the financial accounting, global setting, ledger, posting period, and here we have the option posting period. So we can click on this option called define variant for the opening of posting period. And here we can define the variant ID. So in order to define the variant ID, SAP has given us a standard length up to the 4-character goodwill numeric. So we can give here the ID as 2266. So this is what? This is the posting period variant we are going to maintain. So here we will be maintaining the posting period variant description as posting period variant for 2266. Enter. Save. Enter. Now we need to go back and we will go to the next step where we need to assign this variant to the company code. If you just see the practice sheet. So we are on this step number 5.1 where we have defined the posting period variant. Now we need to assign it to the company code. We can also use the transaction code OBBP. And if you don't want to use the transaction code, you can also follow the path. So here we have the option to assign the posting period variant to the company code. Now, if you want to see the transaction code on the screen, you can go to the menu additional information. Again, go to the additional information, display key, and then IMG activity. It will open a new column, and in that case, in that new column, we can just see the last 4 characters. So these are your transaction codes. So we have OBBO to define the posting period variant. We have OBBP to assign the posting period variant to the company code. Now let's click on this. So here we need to click on the position button, search for the company code ID 2266 with which we need to assign the variant. You see the title here. What we need to assign here? We need to assign the company code to the posting period variant. And our posting period variant ID, it is 2266, same as the company code ID. Enter, save, and then we can come out of here. Now we will do that opening closing of period. So how we can do the opening closing of period in the GUI? So first I will just show you. Click on this option called open and close the period. Here you need to specify your posting period variant ID. If you will not specify the posting period variant ID, then you have the option maintain all. So in the case of maintain all, it will show you all the variants we have on the screen. But if you just mention this 2266, it will show you the specific setting for 2266. So once again, if I just go back and if I click on the maintain all, let's see how it is going to behave. So you can just see, we can see all the variants available on the screen. And if I need to just click on the new entry button, click on the new entry button, you can just see the standard setting. Okay. Under the standard setting, what they have done, so they have mentioned this variant ID, and each of this variant ID, they have linked the account type. So here we have the account type: A for the asset, D for customer, K for vendor, M for material, S for the GL, and we have plus for all the account type. So here this account, this opening closing of period, as I just shared with you, you can do account type wise. So for example, for this 1199, this is the company code we have. So we only use here the plus sign. So plus is for what? If you press F4 key, so it is saying that if you use plus, then it is going to applicable to all the account type. So that opening closing principle or the rule is going to be applicable to all the account type. So in that case, we don't need to add other account type. But if your opening closing is done in the other account type differently, then in that case you need to add those line item like here we have in the case of variant 0001. Now I will just click on the new entry button and let's see. We can also copy the data from the standard one. If you don't want to copy it, so here we can click on the new entry button. So our variant ID is 2266. And which account type we want to prefer. So if we want to use all or if we want to use plus. So because plus is going to be valid for all the account type, and in all the account type we want to have the same rule. So I'm taking this plus. After that, this account range we need to keep it as blank, and then we can give here the range for the period. So I'll have here the year as 2024, 2024, and after that period 2 means special or adjustment period, again 2024, 2024, and then we can mention here the period range. It is, let's say, from 3 to 3, 3 to 3 special, the normal period. And for the special period, we don't want to do any opening closing, so we can just keep it as blank if we want to do the opening closing, because this opening closing of special period we do once we have done the posting in all the 12 periods. Okay. But if for the example purpose you want to see it, let's see, we want to open 13th period and now press enter button. So why we didn't mention anything in the period 3? Because whatever the rule you have set up in the period 1, okay, so it is going to be applicable automatically in the period 3 if it is blank. But if it is other way around, like if it is different from, or if it is a different statement we have in the period 3 from the period 1, in that case we need to mention it. So for example, in the controlling, you want to open those period which you have already closed in the finance. Okay, so those period, for that you need to mention here the range. Okay. But in the most of the scenario, we prefer to open all those periods which we have in the finance we have open. So the same periods we open in the controlling, and that is the reason this is the screen which has been given by the SAP as blank. So blank means if we have opened three periods, or sorry, if we have opened the third period in FI, then automatically the third period is open in your controlling. You don't need to mention it manually. Okay, so automatically that is the standard setting picked by the SAP. Now I'm going to save it, and how it is going to be controlled in the Fiori. So now I'm going to tell you. Sometime in the interview, you may be asked that, okay, what is the additional thing we have in the opening closing of period in the SAP S/4HANA? So you can just say that, okay, we have now period 3, and that is related to the opening closing of period in CO. Okay. Now I will just come out of the screen and I'll just show you how the same setting we can do it in the Fiori. For this, we need to go to the Fiori Launchpad, and here click on advanced, click on this demo, Continue on demo, and here it is going to open a screen where we need to enter the user ID password. Log on. So Fiori, it may little take time. Okay, so just be patient. So now you can just see. So this Fiori app has opened, and on this Fiori app, I want to do the opening closing of period. For that, I need to have a relevant app. Okay, so that app I can't see on the screen, so I need to search for it. So it is with the name manage post in period. So we can only enter here period. Okay, automatically it will come. So in the search bar, if you just enter period, so the related app will be shown by the system. So here it is saying that manage the posting period. So let's click on the manage posting period. So here we have like created the posting period with OBBO transaction code. So the same thing you can also do it with this app called manage posting period variant. But we are not creating here the variant. We already created it. We want to manage the posting period in that variant. So click on this, and system is going to ask you. You can just see this is the screen. It is going to its system will show you. In this we need to enter the in the maintain parameter, or in this screen we have these fields. So we need to enter the information that for which posting period variant we want to do the opening closing. So I want to do the opening closing for the variant 2266. So based on your posting period, so the next field, which is the fiscal year variant, automatically that would be driven by the system. We don't need to enter anything here. Then after that, we can just click on the go option. Now it may be possible that the same posting period variant you have also assigned to multiple company code. Okay. So if you want to see the posting period variant view, you can just see this is a tab we have, and it is showing that okay, this is a posting period variant view. But if you click on the company code view, so in all the company code where it is assigned, so it will also show you. For example, in our case, it is 2266. Okay, so it will just show you that okay, this 2266 variant is assigned to 2266 company code. But in case we would have assigned it to the multiple company code, let's say 2277, 2288, 2299. So all those company codes system would have shown you here. Now we can just go to the again the first tab, posting period variant view. In this we can just see we have three categories. So we have the normal, we have the adjustment, and we have the CO related. So as I just shared with you, period 1 is for the normal opening closing of your period. Period 2 is for the adjustment period. So those special period if you want to do the opening closing, so that we can mention here. And here we have the period 3 for the CO related periods. If you want to open and close a period in the CO, so in that case you can use this uh, period 3 option. But you can also see here it is just giving us some color indicator. Okay, so through this color indicator we can understand that okay, which period it is just giving the some red indicator, yellow indicator, or green indicator. So in this case, why it is coming the red indicator? Actually, this is something wrong with the server, not with the configuration which we have done. So this is something wrong with the server setting. Okay. So because it is a test system, so maybe it is not properly set up. So the way we have maintained the data in the GUI, that is for the normal period and special period. So system has taken the other way around. So if I just compare it, so here I'm going to open the same screen for the 2266. You can just see period we have open here 3 for the normal. Okay, but here it is taking for the special one. Period 3 2024, period 3 2024. And here normal period it is taking as special. Okay? This is something wrong with the server. Okay, not with the configuration. In the real time, it will like come like this only, like 3 to 3. It will come in your first bar, and this second it will come in the second bar, and this one period 3 it will come in your third bar. And if you want to make any changes on the Fiori app, okay, so you can do it. How? Let me just show you. First you select your variant. After that you can just select this option called set posting period, and you select the first option, open periods. Here again you have been given three tabs, okay, in which period you want to make the changes. If you want to make the changes in your normal period, adjustment period, or CO related. So let's have here the normal period. In the normal period, currently, as per the Fiori, which period is open? 13, okay, which is incorrect. Let it be the period as 3. 3 period, third period I want to open. This is just to show you on Fiori, okay. Now let's go to the adjustment. So adjustment, I want to open 13th period. 13th period to 13th period. And if I just press enter button, so here I don't want to mention anything in the CO period. Okay, let it be blank. Now click on the OK option. Now you can just see it is saying that the screen is locked by with my user ID on the GUI. So I need to come out of that screen. Okay, because through this we can come to know that the data is being maintained centrally. Okay, so we can just go back and we can just click on this OK button. Again, click on the OK save. Now you can just see this time. So this kind of indicator system should display you. So it should be green if it is open. Okay. So here it is saying that this period is open, and which period is open? 3 to 3. 2000 year is 2024. And you can just see adjustment period we have open 13. So why it is coming with the yellow indicator? It is coming with the warning message. So why you have opened it? Ideally, it should be open after the 12th period. So that is the reason it is coming with the yellow indicator. Okay. So once we are done with the opening closing of period, now the step next we have it is related to the number range. Document numbering. So when being a user, you are doing the posting. So you are expecting the system to give you some accounting document number, FI or your finance document number. So what is the length we can maintain, maximum length we can maintain for that FI document number? So the maximum length which we can maintain for the FI document number, it is up to the 10 digits. And again, this 10 digit we have in the ECC and in the SAP S/4HANA, nothing different. For this, we have one PPT with the name document type. So here you can just see we have a PPT with the name document type. In this document type, I have just mentioned few of the document type. In the system, we have standard document type, and these are more than 50 document type. Okay. But here I have just mentioned some of those document type. We can just refer for the, we can take the reference for the understanding. So you can just see we have the document type SA, we have KR, KZ, KA, DR, DZ, DA. Okay. So first of all, what do you mean by the document type? So document type means what kind of document we are posting in the system. So if it is a GL document, if it is a vendor document, or it is a customer document. So it may be possible that in the vendor document, we are posting different kind of document. So we are posting the invoice, we are posting the outgoing payment, we are posting the purchase return. So what we need to do under the document type? So we need to group the similar kind of document into the one group. And that document group is known as document type. So for example, all your GL document, you are going to group it under the document type SA. All your invoices, vendor invoices, you are going to post it under the, or you are going to manage it under the document type KR. And all your outgoing payments to the vendor, you are going to manage it under the document type KZ or KZ. And all your purchase return or other vendor invoices, you can manage under the document type KA. Same way, all your customer invoices you can manage under the document type DR. All your customer incoming payments documents you can manage under the document type DZ. All your document type related to your customer other type of documents which you have your for your customer that you can manage under the document type DA. Likewise, for your asset, if you are doing the depreciation posting, so for that posting, you can post all those documents under the common document type AF. So again, these are the standard document types provided by the SAP. And for each of the document type, what you need to do, you need to give the numbering. You can just see here, we have a numbering. So basically, document type is a combination of what? Document type is a combination of your account type plus your numbering. So what does it mean? It means that when you are going to use a document type, so that is to be used for a specific account type. And when you are going to use it in a specific account type, let's say it is GL, so you will be doing some posting. You will be creating some document. So for the document, you need to give the number range. So in this example, for the example purpose, I have given a number range as 1 to 100,000. For the invoices, I have given the number range from 100,000 1 to 200,000. Likewise, we have 200,000 1 to 300,000. So this is in this I have maintained the length as 6 digit. But as I just shared with you, we have in the real time we follow the 10-digit length. Okay, that is the maximum length provided by the SAP. Now, if I will see any document number with let's say within this numbering, so we have document number. It is 1001. So I can easily identify that okay, this is a GL document because this is what we have managed under the document type SA. So whatever the number range you are maintaining, sir, that is to be maintained at which level? That is to be maintained at a document type level for a particular company code. Now you can just see these document type. For this document type, we are also going to see the serial number. So this is the serial number we can see. So how, where we can just see them in the system. Let me just show you. We can use transaction code. It is OBS7. Transaction code is OBS7. If you want to follow the path, you can also follow the path. It is OBA, it is under the financial accounting global setting. Let me have the path. SPRO because it is related to the development, IMG. And then we can click on this option called financial accounting global setting. And we have here the option called document and document type. So in this document type, we can just click on this define document type. So here we have 74 document types. Okay. So we can also search for the document type. It is for the GLSA. So for the GL, we can also use SB. And if we want to use the document type for the vendor, we have KR. If it is related to the payment, it is KZ. Okay, likewise, we can use the document type. If we can create a new document type, yes, here we have been given the option that we can create a new document type as well. Now, for the existing document type, let's say it is the standard one SA. So how we are going to maintain the number range? Let's see. So we need to double click on this. And after that, we can just see we have here the numbering, that serial number, which I was just showing you in the PPT. So that number range system is just showing you here. If it is blank due to any reason, you can manually enter that number and then click on the save option. This is the save button. After that, we need to click on this number range information button. So click on the number range information button and then you need to enter your company code ID. So our company code ID is, it is 2266. After that, we need to click on this change interval. So under the display interval, it will not show you or it will not give you the button through which you can add a new number. That is only under the change option. So go to the change interval. Now you can just see here you have the add and delete number range option. So we can add a number range. It is 01 and year is 2024 and it is going to be added. So the number range we are going to have here the interval as 1 all 0 1 2 2 all 0. And after that we can also see on the right side it is giving you a column called external and this checkbox is there. So if this is the internal and external number range assignment, so what's the difference between the internal number range assignment and external number range assignment? So if this checkbox is selected, then this will become external. If this checkbox is deselected, then this number range is internal. So when we will have this internal, what would be the impact? So the impact would be this is the internal number range assignment. And system is going to give you the document number automatically as and when you save the document. And that document number would be based on the number range you have maintained here under the internal number range assignment. So same way, if you select the checkbox, then this numbering will be external every time. Every time you have to enter the document number or user has to enter the document number. Okay. Because Document number is externally entered by the user. That is the reason we call it as external numbering assignment. So in most of the cases, we prefer to have here the internal numbering assignment so that the system should give the document number. In that case, the chances of overlapping is also zero. So I'm going to save it. Click on the save option with the internal numbering assignment. Here you will also observe here the column called NR status. NR status means what is the current number going on. So since we have not posted any document here in this number range, that is the reason it is showing you 0. The moment we will start doing the posting, system will start giving us the document number. Then here the system is going to show you the current number which is going on, or the latest number which is last posted in the system. Now we have the next step which is related to the field status variant. Okay, so this we will be doing in the next class.